Okay, not too long ago, I replanted both of these green stalks. Well, I planted this one and I stacked this one. I showed you all how to do it in a full video on YouTube. One of the things that you must do, not just with your green stalk, with all of your vegetables in your garden, you have to feed them. Just like you and I need to eat, the plants need to eat as well. You've got some nutrients in the soil, but especially your container plants, every time you water it, the water that comes out the bottom is also leaching nutrients. So we're going to fertilize everything in the entire garden today. Stay tuned. Okay, most of our plants today are going to get a healthy dose of this has to grow. The trees are obviously going to get the tree fertilizer. And there are a couple of things that I will use the fish fertilizer for, particularly the corn. It needs a lot of nitrogen. It's important that we follow the directions for mixing and applying our fertilizer. This is not one of those situations where you go until the ancestors say stop. This is a ratio of 1 ounce per 1 gallon. This is a 2-gallon waterer, so I'm going to do 2 ounces. It has a nice little compartment that shows you all the measurements. So you just squeeze it until it hits 1 ounce. We'll pour it in. We'll do another ounce. Pour it in. And then we'll fill up our waterer, our watering can. Oh no, it happens. So I'd say we lost about 1 ounce. So we'll fill it up again and pour it in. I've already watered this one, and because these are so tall, or because I'm so short, I'm just going to stand on our bench and put some water in the top. We're going to fill up this reservoir, and all of it will trickle down. Now, whereas I'll probably do my garden every 2 weeks in the raised beds, these are going to need a little boost. I might do a light application after this one every week from now on. When I'm applying the fertilizer to these trees or any of my plants, one thing I try to keep an eye on is where my dogs are. Isley loves eating fertilizer. It's not recommended. We only use organic fertilizer in our fruit and vegetable garden, but you still should not be eating it. Your dogs and pets should not be eating it. So I do my best to keep it out of her reach. She's going to stay and watch me until I'm done. But rest assured, she did not get a taste of any this day. During a normal application, without interruption, you want to put the recommended amount of fertilizer around the drip line where you water your plants, scratch it into the soil, and water it in. We're also going to mulch this to keep the area equally moist. Now, personally, I like to go in and give everything a good wet down before I put any fertilizer in, because I don't want the fertilizer to just run off the surface in case the soil is a little dry. We've had some light rains the last couple days, so this step probably isn't necessary, but I'm going to do it anyway. And I'm not soaking it, I'm just making sure that any liquid that I'm going to apply is going to seep right down through that soil. And honestly, if you have good mulch and you're keeping your garden well watered, this isn't necessary. But I didn't always do that, so this is a holdover habit from my more negligent gardening days. But there's no harm. Oh, got a stray carrot coming up. This kale is going to be coming out soon. It's honestly getting a little too hot for it. And I actually never thinned them out. So I had 3 plants growing basically in the same space here and 2 plants growing here. So I just cut those extras down so these other plants can have a better chance of surviving longer in the warm months. So I mixed up the same concentration of this has to grow, 2 ounces, 2 gallons. I'm going to prioritize my tomatoes. And actually, we're not going to put any on the corn. The corn needs a little bit more concentrated nitrogen. So we're going to use that fish fertilizer. And it really is the same process. I'll measure out the right concentration for 2 gallons, and I'll come in and I'll hand water the corn and the rest of all my vegetables. And I've got a lot.